Hello everyone, welcome back to Elite Tales. Here we discover the emotional and captivating stories about Elon Musk. In this video, we will capture the heartwarming moments of famous entrepreneur. Before we begin, I request you that please subscribe our channel for more interesting videos. It was a brisk morning, and the world buzzed with news that Elon Musk had done it again. Known for pushing boundaries and turning science fiction into reality, the tech mogul had announced his most unexpected venture yet. This time, however, it wasn't about Mars or AI. It was about leadership. Elon Musk, the man behind Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and countless innovations, had thrown his hat into the political ring. Musk's decision to run for the presidency caught everyone off guard. The announcement wasn't made through a traditional press conference, but via a tweet. "It's time to accelerate humanity's progress at the highest level. Let's innovate leadership." The tweet went viral in seconds, sparking debates, excitement, and skepticism worldwide. Unlike typical campaigns filled with polished speeches and rehearsed appearances, Musk's approach was raw and direct. He live-streamed town hall meetings from Tesla factories, took questions from citizens on Twitter, and even addressed concerns during Tesla's quarterly earnings call. His candid nature and forward-thinking ideas resonated deeply with a population frustrated by bureaucracy and stagnation. Musk's key campaign promise was simple: innovation for humanity. He proposed policies that reflected his life's work, focusing on renewable energy, universal education through AI, and a healthcare revolution driven by technology. People were captivated by his vision to turn America into the world's first energy-independent superpower. His bold plans included making Tesla's solar roofs and battery storage systems accessible to every household at cost. But Musk didn't stop there. He championed universal internet access through Starlink, ensuring no child or adult was left disconnected from education or opportunities. His plan to revolutionize the healthcare system involved leveraging Neuralink to detect and prevent neurological diseases before they developed. Still, the path to leadership wasn't without hurdles. Critics called Musk a billionaire dreamer, unfit for the complexities of governing a nation. Traditional politicians balked at his proposals, claiming they were too radical, too fast. Musk, unfazed, responded on social media. "If change is uncomfortable, then good. It means it's working." The campaign reached its crescendo with a nationwide live stream where Musk laid out his vision. The event wasn't held in a grand hall or stadium, but at a Tesla gigafactory, surrounded by workers building electric vehicles. He spoke about unity, innovation, and a future where politics served people, not corporations. Then came election night. The results trickled in, and as state after state turned in Musk's favor, the world watched history unfold. By the end of the night, Elon Musk had become the President of the United States. Musk's presidency began with immediate action. He refused a traditional inauguration, opting instead for a global live stream titled, "Let's Get to Work." His first executive orders targeted climate change, with a mandate to transition all government buildings to renewable energy within a year. He also announced a partnership between SpaceX and NASA to develop sustainable space exploration technologies, proving his belief that space innovation could directly benefit Earth. But Musk's leadership wasn't without challenges. His proposal to transition the U.S. transportation system to fully autonomous vehicles faced resistance from unions and traditional automakers. Musk argued passionately, "This isn't about replacing jobs. It's about creating safer roads and training people for the jobs of the future." He painted a future where people no longer had to risk their lives on the road, where accidents caused by human error were minimized, and where transportation was efficient and sustainable. Despite his visionary outlook, many were hesitant. Workers feared losing their jobs, and major auto manufacturers worried about the upheaval in their industries. In Washington, the debate raged on. Musk's critics accused him of being overly optimistic, dismissing the realities of human nature and the deep-rooted challenges of transitioning industries. But Musk remained undeterred. He had seen how technology had changed the world before. He knew that bold moves were necessary to create the future he envisioned. One of the largest hurdles was the trucking industry, which employed millions of people. Truckers across the country were worried about the future of their livelihoods. Musk understood the fear and tried to reassure the public, "We will not leave anyone behind. The jobs lost in transportation will be replaced with new opportunities. Jobs in data science, vehicle maintenance, and infrastructure development. This is an opportunity for growth, not a threat." But the voices of the unions remained loud and persistent, calling for more caution. To ease the tension, Musk organized a nationwide initiative focused on retraining displaced workers, establishing educational programs that partnered with tech companies, local governments, and community colleges. He pushed for the creation of specialized training hubs that would equip workers with the skills to thrive in new industries: artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and tech-driven jobs. He worked with local leaders, creating opportunities for those most affected by the changing landscape of work. The proposal gained traction with some, but many still struggled to see the vision clearly. Musk's plans required significant investment, and while the long-term benefits were undeniable, the upfront cost was steep. He spent countless hours lobbying Congress, securing funding for the transition, and ensuring that the necessary infrastructure was in place to support the changes. He also worked tirelessly to address the environmental impact of transportation, ensuring that the move to autonomous vehicles aligned with his broader goals of sustainability. Musk was not just focusing on cars, he had an even grander vision. In his mind, the future of transportation didn't end with electric vehicles. He wanted to integrate high-speed, ultra-efficient systems that would span the nation, a network of Hyperloop tunnels that would connect major cities in mere minutes. The Hyperloop would be a high-speed, vacuum-sealed train system that could revolutionize intercity travel. It was a visionary idea, and Musk's persistence was unwavering. He knew that for the United States to truly thrive in the future, it needed to be a leader in cutting-edge technology. He saw the potential for a future where transportation was not just cleaner, but faster, more efficient, and more accessible than ever before. He argued that with the right technological advances, the world could have cities that weren't bound by traffic jams or pollution. His plan was ambitious, but that was the essence of Musk's leadership. He always aimed higher, thinking bigger than anyone else. It was this mindset that led him to approach the government with a comprehensive solution that touched on every aspect of modern life, from energy to transportation to artificial intelligence. However, not everyone was on board with Musk's approach. His unorthodox methods, often described as unconventional or even impulsive, sometimes caused friction within the political landscape. He was blunt in his communication, direct in his intentions, and didn't hesitate to challenge the status quo. His leadership style was bold, unyielding, and at times, polarizing. While some admired his confidence and visionary thinking, others saw him as too unpredictable, too ambitious for his own good. Despite the resistance, Musk's growing influence in the tech world and his ability to push boundaries made him a force to be reckoned with. The country's younger generation, in particular, was drawn to his progressive ideals and bold vision for the future. They saw in him a leader who wasn't afraid to tackle the challenges of the modern world head-on, someone who was willing to take risks to create the future they wanted to live in. Musk wasn't just reshaping industries. He was shifting the very mindset of the nation. Young people, particularly those in the tech, engineering, and renewable energy sectors, rallied around his leadership. They were inspired by his focus on sustainability, technology, and above all, his belief in the power of innovation to solve problems. His presidential campaign had been unconventional from the start. He didn't rely on traditional political rhetoric. Instead, he used his platforms, social media, online forums, and interviews with tech journalists to communicate directly with the public. His messages weren't about promises or empty words. They were about actions and visions. Musk didn't just talk about change, He demonstrated it. He didn't offer just solutions. He presented blueprints for the future and invited people to join him in making them a reality. As Musk continued to challenge the status quo, his policies began to take shape. His administration invested heavily in research and development for alternative energy, positioning the U.S. to become a global leader in sustainable technologies. Solar and wind energy projects flourished thanks to increased subsidies for renewable infrastructure. Musk had always believed in the power of solar energy, and under his leadership, the nation saw a dramatic shift towards solar-powered homes, office buildings, and even entire neighborhoods. But the changes weren't limited to energy. Musk's approach to space exploration had also transformed the U.S. into a frontrunner in the quest to colonize Mars. He streamlined the process of private-public partnerships, allowing SpaceX to collaborate with NASA in unprecedented ways. The success of his private space ventures wasn't just about sending rockets into space. It was about the dream of making humanity a multi-planetary species. The optimism surrounding space exploration under Musk's leadership reignited the public's passion for science and exploration. His leadership, however, wasn't without its critics. Many conservatives were wary of Musk's progressive agenda and his apparent disregard for traditional ways of doing things. Musk had little patience for bureaucracy and the lengthy processes that hindered innovation. This led to friction within Congress, where political gridlock prevented many of his policies from being passed. Yet, Musk's ability to negotiate and his persistence allowed him to break through many of these barriers. His blunt style and refusal to conform to conventional political norms earned him both admiration and disdain, but it also garnered the loyalty of a growing number of people who were tired of the usual political gamesmanship. The changing landscape was also evident in Musk's approach to education. He championed educational reforms that focused on technology, artificial intelligence, and coding from an early age. In schools across the country, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics programs received more funding, and new programs were created to give students hands-on experience in the latest fields of technology. Musk saw education as the key to empowering future generations, and his policies aimed at making high-quality education accessible to every child, regardless of their background. One of Musk's most controversial decisions was his push for universal basic income, UBI. With automation on the rise, particularly in industries like transportation and manufacturing, Musk believed that people would need a safety net to adjust to the changing economy. His UBI proposal sparked heated debates. Critics argued that it would lead to dependency and discourage work, while supporters believed it would provide a cushion for those affected by the rise of robots and AI in the workforce. Musk's response was simple. We have to be prepared for a future where people no longer have to work to survive. A universal basic income would give people the freedom to pursue their passions, start businesses, and contribute to society in meaningful ways. As the years passed, Musk's influence continued to grow, and his policies began to yield results. Unemployment rates, although initially rising due to automation, began to stabilize. More and more people found new opportunities in fields like tech, green energy, and space exploration. The transition wasn't easy, but it was manageable. Thanks to Musk's policies on retraining workers and pushing for comprehensive workforce development, more people found jobs in industries that were growing, not shrinking. While the U.S. had certainly made significant strides under Musk's leadership, the journey was far from over. Musk's goal wasn't just to create a better America, it was to create a better world. He worked tirelessly to foster international partnerships for the advancement of renewable energy. Musk wasn't afraid to take bold actions on the global stage, whether it was tackling climate change or collaborating with world leaders to advance the cause of space exploration. His international dealings were as bold as his domestic ones. Musk used his platform and resources to broker agreements between nations, aiming for a collective effort in tackling global issues. His administration's work on climate change gained momentum on the international stage, as Musk negotiated deals to fund renewable energy infrastructure in developing nations. He used his business acumen to ensure that the right solutions were implemented efficiently, creating a ripple effect that reverberated across the globe. But not everyone was in agreement with Musk's methods. His progressive stance on immigration, for example, was met with resistance from many within his party. Musk believed that a nation built on innovation needed to attract the best and brightest from around the world. He expanded visa programs for highly skilled workers and entrepreneurs, recognizing that the future of the nation depended on diversity and collaboration. He made it clear that talent had no borders and that the U.S. should be a beacon for the world's most ambitious individuals. Musk's influence didn't stop at the U.S. border. He had become a global figure, with leaders from all corners of the world seeking his counsel on everything from renewable energy to technology to space exploration. His ability to think beyond borders, his willingness to challenge the status quo, and his relentless pursuit of progress made him an ideal candidate for leadership in the 21st century. With each passing day, Musk's legacy became more and more entrenched. The nation had changed. It was no longer a place stuck in its old ways, clinging to outdated policies and practices. Instead, it was a place where the future had arrived, a place where the lines between what was possible and what was impossible were increasingly blurred. Musk had shown the world that anything was achievable if you dared to dream big enough. By the end of his time in office, the U.S. had become a leader not just in technology, but in sustainability, space exploration, and education. His presidency marked a turning point in the history of the nation, one that had moved beyond traditional politics and embraced the unknown. As he left office, Musk didn't disappear into the shadows. Instead, he continued his work in the private sector, leading SpaceX toward Mars colonization, furthering Tesla's reach with electric vehicles, and pushing the boundaries of renewable energy. Though he no longer held the title of president, his impact on the nation and the world remained profound. Musk's time in office was a reminder of what happens when boldness meets ambition and vision turns into action. Under his leadership, the nation had faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and built a foundation for the future. The world had changed, but the drive for progress, for a better tomorrow, had only grown stronger. As Elon Musk stepped down from the presidency, the country and the world stood at the precipice of a new era. His time in office was a testament to what could be achieved when one person dared to dream without boundaries, when leadership was rooted in the conviction that progress is not just a possibility, but a responsibility. Musk's presidency wasn't just about his policies. It was about shifting the mindset of an entire nation, redefining what was possible and inspiring generations to come. The ripple effects of his leadership would be felt for years to come. The world had been forever altered by his vision, and while challenges still lay ahead, the foundation had been laid for a future brimming with possibilities. Musk's presidency has shown that when ambition meets action, true transformation is possible. As we look to the future, Musk's journey serves as a powerful reminder that no dream is too big, no challenge too daunting. With the right vision and the courage to act on it, anything is achievable. The future is uncertain, but under the guidance of those willing to push the boundaries of what we thought possible, it is also a future full of hope, innovation, and progress. As Elon Musk's hypothetical presidency draws to a close, we're left to reflect on the monumental changes and bold decisions that defined his leadership. From space exploration to renewable energy, his time in office was a testament to what can happen when innovation meets governance. Musk's tenure proved that with vision, determination, and a willingness to disrupt the status quo, the future can be reshaped in ways we never imagined. The journey may have been unconventional, but it opened doors to new possibilities and inspired countless individuals to push the boundaries of what they thought was possible. His presidency wasn't just about policies, it was about a mindset, a new way of thinking about our world and its future. Though this was a story of what if, the lessons we take from it are very much real. Ambition can drive progress, innovation can fuel change, and even the most unlikely leaders can have a lasting impact. So, as we move forward, let's remember that anything is possible when we dare to dream big and act on those dreams. If this story left you thinking, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking tales. Let's continue to explore what could be together. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.